Holy dooly, this weather is hectic. It's blowing a gale. It's sideways rain coming at the window, I mean. So good. Test out the Sony autofocus. This is a iPod Mini, I think, circa 2000s, with a DJI Mic 2 mounted on the back, but it looks cool. Looks like I'm talking into it. I saw someone do it on a YouTube video, and I was like, I'm going to do that. It was very nostalgic getting out the iPod. The weather is it's insane. It's like being in a tornado here. I don't think I've ever seen it this chaotic. But productive day today. I've been editing Reels on Premiere Pro for my Instagram. Using Buffer at the moment. So, yeah, a lot of learning, a lot of different bits of the puzzle coming together, and yeah, a very big learning phase in terms of content and just trying to deliver more powerful content, but the amount of just trying to develop systems that are productive. Setting my timer. Systems that are productive and almost automated, using templates and presets, and getting the hang of Premiere Pro. There's a bit with color grading's a thing which takes a bit of time and effort, and finding my style and learning. A lot of learning. A lot of it's trial and error for myself. It's sort of the way I learn, to be honest. But I've got a good catalogue of footage now, Reels and so forth, so it gives me a bit of space to be able to be consistent, but also focus on other things. Definitely something I learned through Time to Build is just trying to have that being efficient with your time, so using just allocating set time. So I spent a day last week, a day just shooting Reels, and it flowed really well. I shot about 12, so as opposed to just doing it off a whim, I'm sort of one step ahead and had some ideas. I used Buffer, which is a cool website just for organising that. You can put ideas into there, and then you can, with those ideas, then you can create an idea for what you want to do with that, and you can then add your footage in. And so it's the process that I'm using is I come up with an idea, and it's just a little note you put, and then I can categorize it, the different areas. So for me, say personal development or fitness, nutrition, I can tag it as that, and I can then have it from an idea to in work to completed, and then I schedule it into my calendar, which it shows a calendar of the next month, and that automatically uploads to Instagram. So it's a good tool. Just means that I can automate the process. I don't have to do it manually, which you can schedule through the Instagram app. I just you can't schedule on Instagram via a desktop. You have to use the app, as far as I know. So it just gets me off my phone, so I can do all these processes, which is a lot more efficient through my computer, and then schedule it in so the process just runs itself, and which is cool. A lot of it's I upload at 8 o'clock, and then I don't even know what the result is or what's going up, or I know what it is, but I don't know the response or who's watching it or what's going on, which is fascinating. I love it. Where am I up to with Ironman? This morning I because of the weather, my plan A was to get on the road bike, which didn't happen. So we go to plan B, which is to the gym, and I wanted to do an upper body workout, just a bit of, well, trying to work on my core stability and function, so not upper, more of a mid, with a little bit of upper back as well, just keeping that posture nice and tight and using those muscles. But with the core, like focusing on just maintaining that strength within. You use a lot of that rotational force, and a lot of power is generated through the center of your body. So did some, what are they called? Like rotations with like a cable rotations, and did some leg raises, just like some stability work. And then so the bikes were both being used for a class, which was a little frustrating, but no point getting frustrated around variables that are out of my control. So I was just like, okay, I have to accept this. I'll run instead. So I was on the treadmill. What did I do? 45 minutes. I got to like the 40-minute mark, and I felt a tension in my leg, like not bad, but it was a niggling, like the muscle just didn't like it. I think it's a sign that like I think I just pushed a bit too hard. Like my body's still getting used to backing up like day after day. The legs are getting a lot of use, and I wasn't feeling 100% today, like a little fatigued, and I was like, I'm just gonna slow right down. So I just walked, and it went from like a niggling feeling in like I was limping, like I just lost a lot of power in my left leg, and definitely in part of me trying to train smarter, not harder, I really acknowledged it and was like, oh, something feels just a little bit off. So I literally just pulled it right back, and I was like, I don't want to push this. Yeah, the loss of power turned into like, it felt like it tightened up, like I just overworked it or something, the muscle, like through my quad, and I just stopped for a second. Like it wasn't catastrophic, but I was like, I'm just gonna ease off, and just walked for like 4 or 5 minutes. No real pain, but I'm just like, I feel my body's telling me, it's like, oh, you just need to taper it back a bit. No pain today, like just on the computer doing a lot of editing and that. So feeling good overall. Pretty happy with where I'm at. Planning's the thing that I need to prioritize more. I just want to get these reels finished, which I have done, and I will do some more planning strategy. 80-20, something just keeps coming up, listening to different podcasts, YouTube, and everyone seems to use the Mathotone method, which is using the 80-20 rule, which is 80% around that zone 2 anaerobic, and 20% you're doing sort of sitting in threshold. So definitely, I think the takeaway is I don't enjoy planning. Just giving myself knowledge, not just relying on other people or throwing money at coaching and stuff to get a result, but actually putting in a conscious effort to listen and learn and be smart with the training too. So I've really been just going too hard with the intensity. Like a lot of the running I've been doing is at like a threshold sort of heart rate, and you just burn out at that rate. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's just volume and lower heart rate, lower intensity. So using the Mathotone method, which is 180 minus your age, gives me a max anaerobic heart rate of 145. Sorry, for maths isn't my 100. 145 is what I don't want to go over. That's pretty much sits in my zone 2 range going off my Garmin watch. And doing some blocks too. I think I will focus on, I will start doing some blocks of like a week of just bike, week of running. Because the intensity of my swimming is really low at this moment. I'll link the two together, so it'll be like a bike week, but with swimming in the afternoon. Bike, swim in the afternoon. Spoken to a few people, a guy on YouTube, he really inspired me yesterday. It was like going from zero, not being able to swim, to doing a half Ironman. The big takeaway from that is trying to film myself and see what I'm doing in the water. Spoke to another guy today at the gym who's done a full Ironman, and he really struggled with swimming. Pretty much just, consistency was the thing that got him through, as far as I believe. So I think I get frustrated because I am putting a conscious effort into the swimming, and especially at the start it was like such a traumatic thing for me. So to be and sit in that space for so long is, it just really challenges me. And just continually turning up and building that safety and within the waters helped so much. I feel a lot more confident in enclosed water at the moment. Still a bit of a fear around like once I can't touch the bottom. But just building that safety time, reps, focusing on technique. It's a big one that everyone talks about, like just the density of water and the importance of being efficient with your swimming, especially with endurance, like spending a long time in the water. You definitely want to maximize your efficiency. What I've heard a couple of times is bike and power output on the bike, people really burning out in that phase of the try, going too hard with it, I think, or not having the strength. Strength seems to be something that's an important focus on the bike. I don't want to get complacent either. I feel like biking's my strength, so also need to give it time as well. Just volume, it's probably a big one. Makes it a little bit challenging when the weather's like this. Indoor trainer would be unreal for me at the moment. I think the thing that I'm discovering with Ironman and this journey is, like anything, it's planning, but then if you can take away the variables, so like weather is a variable that's out of your control, turning up to the gym and expecting there to be a bike is something that's out of my control. I need to try and have less variables, so it's like then I can maintain that consistency through having these different things that are in my control. That's what we yearn for in life, isn't it? Being in control of everything, but that's not reality. But yeah, just having a level of control within my training, something that I'm a very routine person. I can get very comfortable in my bubble, but I do need to go out of it as well, and I thrive on the routine of Ironman. It suits my lifestyle. I think it's just about trying to... I just lost my train of thought. Consistency with Ironman. Getting out of the bubble. So still like experiencing life still, and not just training in my bubble 7 days a week. And when I leave my environment, it means there's more variables. So if I head away for the weekend, then it's like either my diet and nutrition takes a hit in terms like I'm pretty good at still eating quite healthy, but it makes it more challenging. The best case scenario is to take food away with me, which is definitely a possibility and something I'm doing this weekend and will keep doing. But with that is there's extra planning involved with that, and I guess it's important to still leave my safety bubble, but to also still be smart with my training and focus on what's important to me. Yeah, feeling good today overall mentally. Lifestyle, yeah, I'd say I'm like an 8 out of 10 today. Feeling really good. Computer time, balancing that. Enjoy what I'm doing, but also I think connection's something that keeps coming up a little bit. Just being connected with self, reassurance of self. Definitely still talking to people. It's probably one-on-one human connection, deep connection that sometimes I do crave. That I'm aware of sometimes, like it's in a healthy way. Sometimes it can be when I'm disconnected from self that comes through more, so acknowledging that as well. But hey, life's really good. Taking the pressure off myself in terms of money, something that's just driven so much of me of late, and yeah, just being more at peace with I can't fuck this up, you know. It's a simple thing I heard the other day, but whatever I do, whatever happens, if I run out of money, if I lose everything, like I've still got me. I haven't fucked it up. Like everything's a lesson. There's a lesson in every part of life. So if whatever the journey ahead, which I know I won't, I've still succeeded. I'm still successful now. I'm still successful in the future. Life's good. Happy Friday. Peace.